It's okay.
Right on.
So, now what I would like to know about is how you feel about your fishing now. And I know that in Concano we have problem with wild fish, and we have less and less. For example, sea bream has disappeared completely. So I'm aware about it and what to do to help fishermen. So I don't know what the situation is, and what do you think?
The stocks have definitely gone down.
Yeah.
With everything really. Like the boat I'm fishing, like she's only small, so we wouldn't be competing with international fishermen or anything like that.
That's right. Yeah.
But like the lobster stocks, for instance, have gone way back to what they were.
Mm-hmm.
Salmon stocks are down.
Yeah.
Mackerel, I go handlining for mackerel.
Yeah.
Just in that boat, and I think with the pressure from the big boats, big pelagic trawlers and pursers and that, I'm sure that's had an effect on the mackerel even. I hear about years ago how the mackerel used to throw themselves up on the beaches and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really get that, not so much.
Yeah.
They're not there to be taken like they were before. You've got to really try and find them now. You have to work hard to get them now.
Yeah.
So that's.
And then you have to go further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Further, yeah. Like a boat like mine, we might go 5 or 6 miles off.
You cannot go very far.
No.
It will not be safe.
That's right. Yeah. So the pressure is on. Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, what is the fish you prefer to catch?
We do some shrimps in the winter.
Yeah.
Shrimps. That's the new thing here.
Yeah.
So it's last year was bad, but it might be just a cycle, a pattern.
Yeah.
But it's not from overfishing here yet. Mackerel, as I say, and lobsters. They're the three main things that I go for.
Mm-hmm. There's a good market for that. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of.
Yeah. With restaurant, with tourism.
No,
not really.
No. Well, the lobsters, some of them would go locally, I suppose, and others go to France and Spain.
Yeah.
And shrimps go to Spain.
I see.
So we need Spain.
Yeah.
We don't want them, but we need them.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So some are afraid of next year because Spain will be able to come to the
That's right.
waters.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you thought they'd play by the rules, it'd be okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, they're recognised internationally as not playing by the rules.
Yeah.
Not even trying to play by the rules.
But I saw, on the wharf, there were, there's a net, the mesh one.
Small mesh.
Yeah, small mesh.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So the smaller fish, have no chance to get out.
That's right.
Yeah.
But even the from what I know of trawling, even the legal size mesh, like because it pulls on the diamond, I mean the fish can't get out anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, it's legal, but still small fish can't get out.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's tough to have fish, in the net, so there's more will arrive.
That's right.
It's all caught.
That's right.
Yeah.
The fish that are caught block the meshes anyway for the small ones.
Yeah.
So either they should make a really big mesh, or else they should be able to market so much small stuff.
Yeah.
Because what's the point in killing small stuff, scooping it out, leaving it die and leaving it for the birds, for conservation?
Yeah.
I have trouble with that.
Yeah. What I'm aware of is the season and the place of spawning. There are some species, I think fishermen use the fact that the fish are getting together for spawning to catch everything.
Right. Yeah.
So this is no good.
No.
So we must have some agreement saying, okay, if the season of reproduction is 3 months, so you can fish at the beginning, at the end, but not in the middle.
That's right. Yeah.
But if you want to see for the future, it's
well. Personally, I think that every kind of fishing is going to have to be managed, be it on a small boat or big boat. Like we've just started a lobster co-op here the last couple of weeks, and last week we got into this V-notch program, where they get a special tool, and you put a V, take a segment out of the tail, out of the tail fin, and this would be like the big females and big males that have berries, as we call them, have the eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when you get one in a pot and he's got the eggs, then the co-op would buy him, just buy him the ones, and they put a V notch, and then they're released again. And then there's a it's illegal now to take in a V-notch lobster, so they say.
That's good. We do something in Britain.
Yeah. But it's all down to really policing the thing. I mean, you can't have laws if they're not enforced.
No,
you know?
no. But it's difficult. I think it's a matter of fishermen, behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, political behaviour too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the fishing in this country has been ruined because because the politicians would always go for the farmers because there's loads more farmers.
Yeah.
Farmers have votes, and
Yeah.
yet the way I look at it, Ireland has no heavy industry, no coal or iron, but the sea, farming, agriculture, and the sea.
Yeah.
But
exactly like in Britain.
yeah,
Exactly
but
the same.
but it's getting to be too late now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I hope we can do. I think it's never too late in some ways.
But
We have to do it now, and it's urgent.
But the only way fishermen and politicians will do it now is when it hits the pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
When this is gone because there's no fish, it's like
They will start to sink.
So
It's
perhaps it has to go a little lower before it can come up again.
Yeah.
But I think, and fellas fishing who are around my age, we can all see it's management really, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there's not many of us, but it has to be managed.
Yeah.
Whatever fishing,
Exactly.
especially now it's gone international,
Yeah.
and you can't really turn the clock back with the EEC and that or EU, but at the same time you have to get on with it. And but I think there is a good future once it is managed.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
after all the bullshit, it's going to be okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do and to rush in some ways, because I'm doing also statistics, of fish caught since 20 years.
Yeah.
Trying to see that there are some species like sea bream disappearing. So now it's not joking. I have proof.
Yeah, right.
I can show the industrial fishermen and the European community.
Yeah.
And my hope is to make them to change their mind.
Yeah.
Because what they want now, I don't know about Ireland, but for Britain they want to get rid of fishermen.
There's a bit here
and do aquaculture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So aquaculture.
Oh, they want to bring in aquaculture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
quite biased here too.
Yeah. What do you think about aquaculture?
I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
Only that. Well, it's killed the wild salmon fish.
Yeah.
You know, it killed the price.
Yeah.
So I mean, it must follow that if they apply that to if they get to farm turbot, for instance, it's gonna pull the price on turbot and stuff. And as well as that, at the end of the day, it's not such a good product. Huh?
Yeah.
Farm salmon isn't as good. But price, it's the price that keeps. And plus, they can say, I want so many 2 kilo salmon, X amount, and they get them.
Yeah.
But it's tricky. I think as well as that, for any government or that, it's tidy, it's easy to regulate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas fishing, they can't regulate it. It's like, oh no, fishing.
Yeah. It's right.
Yeah.
I think that, behind the European community, and with aquaculture, it's the banks.
Yeah.
They can control everything.
Yeah.
But it's not so easy as they want.
No. But there's little natural problems, isn't there, with lice and stuff like that. But I mean, like fish farming, what are you going to do then? Then they have to throw stuff in to make the salmon the right colour and stuff.
Yeah.
And all the pollock around the cages are pink as well,
Yeah. That's all. I don't agree with it.
No.
I'm working on fish reproduction.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, fish farms, have them employment, grand, but not at the cost of fishing.
Yeah.
If there could be a way, And I think fishing, if it's managed, it's a good, could be good.
For me, it's a virtue.
Yeah. And it's labour intensive. It's healthy. It's but
good taste.
Yeah.
For good quality.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Should deal with quality.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The day of a big haul and kind of just put the boot on it and shove it in. It's no good. I think it's going to be selective fishing.
Yeah.
Fishery management, co-op, small co-ops.
Yeah.
And everyone thinking a bit. But see, then the other thing is, I think it has to come from the top as well.
Yeah.
It's like it has to be seen as being even-handed. It's no use kind of like in Britain they get hit over everything. The next thing, like they see the Spaniards and stuff coming in, especially in the southwest area, and that they're under a lot of pressure, and yet the Navy's hounding the English lads.
Yeah.
It has to be even-handed, huh? It has to be for everyone.
Sure.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I saw here you have big containers, but it's not used for fish, not too much. In Britain, it's European community who impose this type of containers.
Oh yeah.
But in Britain, I saw at the when they land the fish, at the end they are all crushed.
Yeah, it's too much weight.
Not good.
Well, in the winter they use those for the herrings, you see.
Yeah.
But there you are with the herrings. You see, what you've got now is you've got the big boys, the big boats. They're catching more.
Yeah.
But they're catching more for less, but they have the bulk.
Yeah.
Whereas I remember with my father years ago, drifting for herrings.
Yeah.
Be 3 or 4 of us, plenty of work, good quality fish, and lots of small boats involved. It's, but now you've got like one boat can do that in a night. 20 boats could do in a season, or 40 boats could do in a season.
Yeah.
But it's the same with farming, though, isn't it? Lots of things have happened like that.
Yeah. That's in the good direction.
No, it's not good for the land. It's not good for the people's heads.
No. And I think for young in farming in Britain, there is no possibility for young to do farming.
No.
It's, they will start with a lot of engagement for money.
Yeah.
And the bank are behind, and if there is something wrong, they sell everything.
That's right. Yeah. Same here. If you want to get into farming, you have to be lucky enough that your father can give you land or something.
Yeah.
Same with
but
fishing.
if you have brother and sister, it's a problem.
Why is that?
Yeah. Because if there is several children in the family.
All right. Yeah.
If one boy wants to stay in farm, he has to give money to his brother and sisters.
To buy them out.
Or be something like a co.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And, most of the time it didn't work.
Yeah, it's like in kind of leading on from that a bit in Europe with hygiene standards and stuff. Like I just think they've made it all so bureaucratic, if that's the right word, and everything in an office like this is so
just on the paper.
Yeah, and then with hygiene standards, like they have it all turned around now, so that like everything is not just clean; it has to be hygienically clean, and with.
Just like that.
It's top heavy, isn't it? Like I mean, in the end we'll all die of different bugs because we have no resistance anymore.
Yeah.
But
okay, I think that's it.
That's enough.
Fine.
That's enough for one day.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Okay.
I hope that's